Trauma is usually initiated by some sort of violence or cataclysmic event in your life. And it drives you to the point where you're confused and you can't think straight, and your actions will speak to that.
Experience of residential school, of sleeping in the dormitories and having suffered from sexual abuse and hearing footsteps coming down the hall of the corridor and knowing when those footsteps stopped what was going to happen, knowing that that trauma was going to occur and something that just should have never happened, and that I say has never gone away.
I've been through many traumas, not just I've lost loved ones through murder. I've witnessed deaths from my community, and those are different types of traumas too. It's something that stays with you.
My first time going to residential school, it was they took our clothes off and cleaned us up, and washed us down, showered us down, cut our hair, shaved our heads. There was kerosene poured over top of our heads for the head lice that some of us had. I guess we could smell the kerosene. That was going back the first day, I guess. Having to know and understand what that was all about. It was having to see your hair fall off your head. It was, well, like tears going back to the earth.
Language is your identity, your spirituality, and your native beliefs is your identity. The way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you rest is your identity and your culture. All this you have to utilize as tools in order to recover from whatever experiences you have in life. And when the tools are gone and you don't know who you are, you're not going to have no tools in your tool bag. I think that's where a lot of us are stuck, because those ones that have been in residential school for a long period of time, they lost all that. Ceremonies in our culture connects you to your spirituality, not only of your people, but of your ancestors from the past. So these are the ones that been taken by residential school and struggle because of it.
Personally, counseling help, being able to share with my elders, having my native spirituality, being able to practice our culture and tradition. I don't speak my own language, but I love to hear it, and when I do, my heart just feels so big. And my granddaughter's learning our language. And it means that I have to work hard to, I guess, get rid of those bad feelings out of your body and move on with your life.
And being real about it is the most important thing, because I hid away from it for a long time. Then it created a lot of problems. So to open up into, I don't mean with anybody else, but to yourself. Me, I believe there's many sides to an individual. There's this deep person inside you. Some people call it inner child. You got to connect with that inside. You got to be able to see when he stopped growing or where he was hurt. It's like, I guess the best word that I could use is bring him to the surface.
Our family usually got right to the issue It wasn't pushed back, it wasn't candy-coated, it was addressed right away. Because in order for you to retain your identity as that little person or that growing up person, you need not to have those things on your plate. And so that was addressed in a positive manner.
When I'm not eating properly, I go back to being depressed, going back to being, don't feel right. I'm not thinking right. But as soon as I start exercising properly and eating the right things, as opposed to eat lots of fruit, different types of fruit, I find it really helps. It's like a secret in food. When you have good energy, you think clearly and you try to find ways of dealing with your problem in a proper way.
Working with the land, working with the soil, working with Mother Earth herself, having to take care of the fire, having to know what the fire meant, how to respect the fire, all of those things take place in a sensible way, give you trust, makes you realize that fire will burn and fire will destroy, water will destroy, the rainwater will destroy, everything has a way of destruction. Having to recognize how it is within your own body to be able to let all that go.
Over the years in my lifehood, as I got older, I realized that I have a choice in life. I can make a choice either to talk about it and try to get it out of my system so I can relieve the mental anxiety in my mind. Now I made a choice not to talk about it, and that was my mistake. I should have spoke to someone whom I entrusted dearly to my heart. And if I did, I think I would have got over that trauma a lot earlier in my livelihood, and I may have enjoyed my younger years more. I believe that the message I have to give is your choice, if whether you want to make a decision that will help your livelihood or make a decision that will hurt your livelihood. It's up to you, it's your decision.